This is what it feels like to drive 155 miles per hour on a public highway. It's surreal, more like flying than driving.
At these speeds, there's no margin for error. Even the slightest mistake can be catastrophic.
But this is the Autobahn. And here in Germany, driving like this is not only legal, it's considered a national birthright.
It's one reason Germany has created some of the world's fastest and most remarkable cars, including the one I'm driving right now. It wears the blue and white logo of one of the most successful, envied, and copied companies in history, BMW. And it's a company we'll take you inside next.
I'm Carl Quintanilla, and this is BMW, a driving obsession. Munich, the vibrant hub of Germany's south, is one of Europe's most cosmopolitan cities. Tourists are drawn to its history, beer, and cars. On the north end of town is the headquarters of Bavarian Motor Works, BMW. And right next door is the BMW Welt, or World, the ultimate showcase for the car the company calls the ultimate driving machine. For fans, it's a high-octane stew. Whether they're curious about the company's early products, into car culture, or, like Phil and Pam Palisol, they've traveled over 6,000 miles to pick up their new Bimmer.
My name is Palisol.
They bought their car from a dealer back in San Diego, but BMW's European delivery program gives them a chance to tour the company's high-tech home before picking up their new sedan.
Now, all these facilities that we see here are state-of-the-art, the most modern on the market.
It's just so futuristic. It's amazing how clean it is.
BMW makes it a day-long affair, a kaleidoscopic immersion in BMW production, engineering, and innovation. For those who can't wait to see their new set of wheels and like a little anticipation, it fits the bill.
Now let's leave the plant. We're heading back to the BMW Welt.
They do know how to build up the suspense here, don't they? What have you been thinking this whole afternoon?
When do we get to see that car?
Do you think of the brand differently maybe now?
It just is very friendly and open, and gosh, now you're one of the team here, and that kind of feeling that makes you go, yeah, I'm part of the team.
You feel like you had a little Kool-Aid today?
Maybe.
Because they're serving it.
My name is Ulrike.
Nothing about the Palisol's experience is an accident. Their entire day here has been carefully engineered into a kind of theater. Like everything BMW does, with an attention to detail and design. You can see it in its architecture, in its cars, and in the way it's chosen to grow. At BMW, it's all about engineering, tightly meshed with design. That results in cars loved by people for whom driving itself is a pastime, according to Csaba Cheta.
They've actually packaged a good back seat.
He's the former editor of Car and Driver magazine.
The best driving machine means that it's sporty, that it's fast, that it has steering that as you're going around a corner and you hit a bump, it actually kicks back and you feel what's happening. Most cars aren't that way.
Cheta believes that's the key to BMW's popularity.
For 20 or 30 years, they've largely delivered on the ultimate driving machine as a brand statement.
Really? So
absolutely.
It's effective marketing.
Well, it's more than effective marketing. It's actually what they do. I think if you work at BMW in any capacity and you've got a decision to make, you can sit there and say, we're the ultimate driving machine. Which one of these decisions is going to advance that objective?
95,000 employees work for BMW in 15 countries. In Germany, they've made more than 2 million motorcycles in addition to cars. In England, the company owns 2 other brands. They make Mini, the sporty car that began life as a British economy model, And Rolls-Royce, a car at the high end of luxury with a price tag to match. BMW has decided that no matter the price, marketing segment, or number of wheels, the products they make, they say, will be premium vehicles that are fun to drive. But getting there requires a bit of fixation.
You know, there's parts of BMWs where, in fact, the basic design of the component is not extraordinary, but the way it works is extraordinary. And that goes down to the guys who spend the time driving the cars on the test tracks and the rough roads and trying out 7,000 shock absorber combinations until they get the one that works perfectly.
I think this is something that sets BMW still apart. Never disappoint.
Uwe Ellinghaus, the director of brand management for BMW, admits they can go overboard in their attention to detail.
Is there something about German car makers, and specifically BMW, that is a little mad?
Boy, this is a difficult question to answer. I wouldn't want to say mad, but clearly there is a certain level of over-engineering that we have, where we pay so much attention to detail that we might even get lost sometimes and overdo things. We once found out that, for example, some of our pedals are painted 4 or 5 times. That's a couple of years ago. And we asked what's the difference by doing it only 2 times or 3 times, and nobody could really tell.
In many ways, I think they are over-engineered.
David Champion is director of automobile testing for the nonprofit Consumer Reports. He pays close attention to BMW's engineering.
It's not bad.
130.
And he's not always a fan.
Those simple things like just tuning the radio or finding a radio station or manually tuning is sort of like a 5-step process to try and get through. And that sort of complexity, I think, is very annoying.
Champion admits BMWs can be great cars to drive, but he says the company's technical prowess hasn't cured the cars of some significant reliability issues.
Maybe part of this is just the nature of the beast. It's a highly engineered car. No.
No, you know, we see Lexus, Infiniti, Acura, all competing in that same marketplace, and they all have better reliability.
Welcome to the BMW Group press conference.
Whatever BMW's problems, they're apparently not hurting sales. In 2010, the BMW Group dominated the premium car market, selling more than 1.2 million luxury cars worldwide. But its competitors aren't standing still. Audi, the number 3 brand behind Mercedes, has brashly declared that by mid-decade, it will take over BMW's number 1 spot.
By 2015, we would be the most sought-after premium automotive brand in the world.
At the Detroit Auto Show, BMW's head of sales and marketing, Ian Robertson, said he didn't feel threatened.
Talk to me about Audi's bluster.
As far as I'm aware, if you look at the numbers, they speak for themselves.
Audi does seem to be treading common ground in the way it markets its models. BMW's 3, 5, and 7 series, matched by Audi's A4, A6, and A8. Is it imitation? Robertson has a stronger word for it.
Well, they say that, you know, plagiarism is the sincerest form of flattery. There does appear to be some sort of looking over our shoulder.
Looking ahead, BMW may have the most to fear from its own success. If you're an exclusive luxury brand and drivers begin to see your cars everywhere, how exclusive are you really? Ellinghaus says he's not worried.
More and more customers say, as long as this brand appeals to me, as long as this product is right, I don't care how many people in my neighborhood are able to afford this car.
As for the Palisols, they have no concern about the brand's appeal. They're just eager to see their car.
Do you want to see it in person?
I do want to see it in person, yeah.
Okay.
Phil, let's go.
All right, let's go.
BMW makes sure the moment is memorable. A triumphant walk.
And there it is.
No.
A viewing from above, their car revolving in imperial blue splendor.
You like it, Pam?
I guess. When he stood there and looked at it, it was just sort of one of those moments where you just want to kind of capture and hold on to the the moment because it goes so fast.
Yeah.
And now it's an old car. Once he drives it out of here, it's a used car, right?
Thank you very much, Ulrika.
6 hours after their day began, the car is officially theirs. A celebratory lap around the inside of the BMW Welt, and the Palisols head off, proud owners of a now slightly used German-engineered BMW. Their car is the culmination of countless calculations and decisions, down to the smallest detail.
These tiny sounds when I press a button, they are maybe 100 milliseconds long.
Bells and whistles, BMW style, when we come back.
Setup or sexual